Dexter Fletcher, welcome to the podcast on jasonsolomons.com, and congratulations on Eddie the Eagle, mate.
Thank you very much, Jason. Good to be here.
Cheers. Mate, it completely won me over, this film. I have to say, I wasn't looking forward to it. Eddie the Eagle, I couldn't stand Eddie the Eagle in the 80s. I thought he was just a loser, everything that's bad about Britain. But your film has turned it into everything that's good about British film.
Yes, I suppose that was the intention. I just wanted to make a film that I felt sort of, did his story justice. Anyone who gets out there and manages to become an Olympian has obviously put a lot of effort and time and dedication into that. And I found it, I was the same as you, all those years ago. I was like, who's this clown, and I thought that maybe it was time to redress that a little bit. And so I suppose that's part of the effort. But I've also found him quite inspirational when I looked at it. And so I think I wanted to make a film that sort of filled us with positivity rather than maybe what we felt all those years ago.
I mean, I know it's been quite a success in America as well. The audiences have responded very well to it, and you sometimes hear about movies that don't travel, don't do films about football, don't do films about cricket, don't do films about things that the Americans don't get. Well, surely ski jumping and this bloke from Cheltenham with big glasses and who came last and stuff. That's very non-American.
Yeah, it's a tough sell out there, that's for sure. I mean, but certainly having Hugh Jackman in it helps that cause. It kind of, he gets out there and talks about it, and he's very eloquent, and he really did root for Eddie back in the day. He was in Australia growing up, and I think that they saw him in a kind of different light. For those of us here, it was maybe a bit more cringy, but for them they were like, hey, who's this guy? He's great. They love that kind of go-getter attitude, and so Jackman's really kind of on side and really admires him.
He plays the coach, of course, who's got a sort of arc of his own. He's a sort of down on his heels, drunk, and he kind of his redemption is part of the story too.
Absolutely, it's a key part of it. I wanted to make sure that that Hugh had something to get his teeth into as well. He is a great actor, Hugh, and that was important that he had that arc as well.
He's nice, as they say.
He's nicer. It's really amazing. It's slightly frustrating, but no, he's brilliant, and I love watching him work. Even doing the press junkets and the rounds and everything. He really is a genuinely great bloke.
Yeah, that's upsetting to hear.
I know. It's hard to work with as well because it's like, that's such a tough act to follow. It means I've got to be nice all the time. No, he is. I think he's just invested in it. He's really he's really keen for it, and he loves what he does. So.
I've got to compliment Taron Egerton on his performance as well. Not one that, I've seen him in Testament of Youth and in The Kingsman and Legend, but I couldn't see the comic performance in him in there, and he really nails it. The jutting chin, the big, and the sort of the sort of head down and carry on sort of message that it kind of comes.
I know, and that's something that he really brought to himself. I mean, I think he was keen to find something that would allow him that opportunity to create something so transformative. In terms of what he's known for. Kingsman is all very buttoned up and sharp suit and that is one particular look, but he's a very versatile actor, and I think he wanted that opportunity. So what he brought was all that kind of enthusiasm as well, and he is incredibly likable. He's very funny. He's got great comic chops, and if you hang around with him, he's always funny. He's very irreverent and sharp and smart, and he brings a lot of that to Eddie.
But that's the interesting thing about your tone. You say he's likable, sharp. You've got to make Eddie likable, but we've also got to kind of remember all the kind of snobbery that the British establishment threw at him. You're not coming on to, and you've got to get the tone as director, right? So that we're always. Well, I sort of, the difference for me is that in real life, I think we laughed at him.
Yes.
In your film, we end up laughing with him.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, it's a testament as well a lot to the way that Taron plays him. But I didn't want to laugh at him. I thought the only thing that I wanted to set out to do with the film was not treat it in some sort of sentimental kind of saccharine way, and not to laugh at him. Those were my two kind of, and it's like I'm trying to drive that middle lane down there, because obviously I want people to feel for him. And laugh with him when the times are good and feel bad when the times are bad. But I suppose it's just about how far do you push it each way. And what I did with those guys is I took very clear about we've got to approach it like a drama. And when it's funny because life can be funny. Well, as we know, without trying to go too broad. There's broad elements to it. And similarly, that means that I can earn the pathos as well. When I need dramatic moments of someone not quite getting to where he wants to get to, and it hurting him, and him needing to be strong and resilient to get through to the next level, that I can have the best of both worlds, and that's what's great about Taron and Hugh, is that they give me that. They play it straight. Jackman's doing something that we haven't really seen him do before, I feel. He's playing it straight, but he's funny. Yeah. He's really funny.
I've decided I'm going to the Olympics in Calgary.
I'm to watch it on TV. 'Cause I'm going 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 to watch it on TV. '
a golden opportunity. The only thing I need to do to qualify is compete.
Must be some minimum requirement. Distance, number of jumps, talent.
No. You see, that's the beauty of it. They've not updated the rules for 52 years.
What's your name, man?
Eddie.
Eddie. Okay. Eddie, the smallest Olympic jump is 70 meters, okay? You'll die if you try it. Even the average jumper takes 4 years to build up to it.
Oh, I'm not the average jumper.
Correct. You're well below average.
I just did the 40 metres in a day. I'm ready for the 70 metres. I'll do it now if you want.
No, I'm ready for my breakfast, son. Don't.
I need your permission if I'm going to jump.
Just get the hell out of here.
Not until I get your permission.
Fine, you got my permission. Give me my breakfast.
I'd like it in writing.
I'll tattoo it on your face if you like.
No, that won't be necessary. Thanks. Come on, let's go.
Much to do with you as well. I know you're sort of batting them and saying it's them, but you're in charge, and it's kind of interesting to me because I love Wild Bill for its kind of freewheelingness and its sentimentality as well. The big heart you've always got in your film, and well, Sunshine on Leith as well. That massive heart. Yeah. You've managed to get that into what is a much more polished, tighter kind of more upscale film. It's like a proper film, Dexter.
It is like a proper film. I know they're letting me play with the big toys now. I'll always approach it in the same way. For me, it's about because I come from my background of acting, and I love actors, and I love the process, and I love how each actor completely does it in a different way, and that's always intriguing and exciting to me. But also on the day, in the moment, I know that magic can happen if you can give the actors the right amount of freedom and the right amount of security. I mean, my premise is like we do one for them, we do one for us, and the one for us is always the one that gets people really excited. And it does mean that there's an element of, well, we don't really know what's going to happen. Something's going to, Taron's going to say something now and make you laugh. He just set himself this mission to make Jackman laugh, and does it a lot. If you watch the film, there's a lot of times when he's just laughing at Taron. But it also means that I can go up and go, hey, say I think a little bit of wee came out. Or I can chuck this line in there and Taron just sort of absorbs it and runs with it, and it becomes a great moment that we can use.
Yeah, the screening I was at, that got the biggest laugh. I was like, oh, this is a movie where the biggest laugh is about wee, but it's not. And then it gets, then it does get higher and higher. Then it's more like the out and out laughs of it. It's a feeling as well. And I really compliment you on getting that in, because I think that's quite hard to get that freewheeling feeling in a studio movie, which is what this is.
It is, and I think that it's in testament as well to Matt Vaughan, is that he entrusted it to me, and
he's your producer.
He's my producer, exactly. And I worked with him many years ago on Lock Stock when he was producing, when he was first starting out, and he's who he is now. He's one of the great directors and producers of his age and of his generation.
I noticed a bit of Claudia Schiffer ski wear, or was it underwear got in there as well?
Yes, that's possible that Claudia could have had an input there. Yeah, with a little bit of the clothes stuff. She's got a bit of form there. It's not like taking it from the best sources. But he was very supportive and let me make the film that I wanted to make in the way I wanted to make it. And then also, when I was in the edit and I was getting so close that I couldn't see things, he came in and said, think about this, look at that. We're going to cut that scene. I'm like, no, you can't cut that scene. Oh, I see. Oh, no, that's really good. He's a great collaborator. Right. And because he's a friend, he doesn't pull his punches. And, he tells me straight. But I know it comes from the good of the film place. It's a great place.
When you made Wild Bill, that was your first one, and I said, you're a filmmaker now. You not the acting on the head sort of thing. And you were like, well, see if I can. Yeah. I've held you to this. Now you're a hit filmmaker, I would say. We don't know for Eddie, but I'm feeling good vibes.
Okay, good.
You're a filmmaker now.
I think I am. Yeah, it seems to be the way that I've sort of stepped over the line. Yeah, I certainly want to keep going because. Yeah, it changes and moves constantly. I understood Bill for what it was. It was like this moment where I had this amazing amount of freedom creatively and in terms of how I could make that film. And then that changed again with Sunshine on Leith, that, working with DNA and those guys there, it became a bit more regimented, but it's how it works, and the same again with the studio film. It is a studio film, and it's just the nature of what it is that you're doing at those different levels. You've got to understand how it works, and I find that really exciting. And how can I maintain what it is the way that I like to do it, but within that? Because, of course, we all want to have a bigger voice, a bigger canvas, and a bigger support system behind us. But I'm finding it more and more exciting and intriguing, yeah.
When it is a studio film, when it's a hit in America and that sort of thing, the temptation is then what happened to Matthew Vaughn in a way. You'll still be doing superhero movies, the X-Men, massive budgets, which as a director must be fun, and must be nice, bigger payday, bigger budgets, bigger... But is that a Dexter Fletcher thing?
I mean, look,
I'm not going to get you in trouble.
No,
and
no,
you're
not.
not going to come to you now.
No,
Don't do that.
Yeah,
I just do short.
They can stick it. No, whatever, man. I'm true to my roots. Yeah. No, look, I think that I can only be true to my roots in that I can make the films in the way that I want to make them. If there's something that fits into how I would approach it, which I hope there is, because I would obviously like to, go bigger and bolder and reach a wider audience, then that's what I'll do. If there's something that gives us the best of those both worlds, then that's what a film is. It's about the audience. But similarly, it means that I've got great people here who are supporting me and asking me to do fantastic, fantastic things, and I can't not look at that as well, because for me it's about the material, and it's about whether I can bring to it what it is the way that I do, and it's going to make that good and enjoyable experience for the audience. So yeah, I can't say never, but I don't expect it.
Have you changed your passport now? Does it say Dexter Fletcher? What does it say on it? Is it actor? Does it say filmmaker, director?
No, it's coming up for renewal as well, actually. That's going to be an interesting conundrum there. I was like, yes, I don't know what I can put. Actor/director, I don't know, whatever. I don't know, we'll see.
I think, having seen Eddie the Eagle, that you are a director, mate, and it's top work, really. Very impressive, irresistible stuff. Congratulations, Dexter.
I really appreciate that from you. Thank you. Honestly, thank you.